it's Jenny from Missouri Star Quilt Company. It's this time of year again and we're all looking for a fun new idea for our Christmas decorations, and have I got one for you. We all have leftover strips, you know, loads and loads of strips all over the place. And I realized that if we sewed them together, we could make these darling little ornaments, big ornaments to hang around. Isn't that so cute? Anyway, I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to need the circle cutter, the easy circle cut ruler, and a little small rotary cutter that'll go inside there. You're going to sew about 10 strips together, and you're going to cut it in a, we're going to cut it in a circle. We're also going to cut an identical circle for the back of it, and then we're going to, I'll show you how to do that. So let's cut this one first. We fold it in half, place this on the fold line, and we're going to cut this at 9 inches because that is about as big as this block can go. So here we go. Now put your little cutter in here. Again, it's got that little lip right there that fits right down inside there. Make sure your fingers aren't up there on the 9 line, and press and roll around. You want to make sure you get over these little seams and that it's all nice and trimmed out of there. All right, let's see what we got. Well, almost. I almost made it. There we go. Oh, one more little place over here. If you find that you have a lot of these places that you've missed, it's probably worth your while to put your ruler back on. But I'm here at the seam marks. I thought I got that this time. There we go. All right, so now we have this cute little round circle. We've got to have a back to put on it. So we're going to cut a little piece. I've cut one here already, but just let me cut it again to show you how easy, especially when you're working with the with a single fabric, it works really well. Make sure I don't roll over those. I'll put it here. We're going to cut this at 9 inches the same. There we go. You can see this one should be just, look at that, perfect. Oh, almost. There we go. So now we have a little back, and we have a front, and we have another back, and we want to put some stiffener so this hangs well. So I've just used the iron-on Pellon. It's smooth on one side and bumpy on the other. We're going to cut this in a circle, and we're going to cut this just a little bit smaller so that it doesn't, so that we're not sewing it into our seam. So we're going to cut this one on the 8-inch line. So put your fold line on there. And this will just give us a little leeway so that it's not so hard to turn. There we go. And that cut really easily. Now we're going to take this and we're going to iron it onto the back of our big ornament. So let's go in, let's use our iron right here. We got it all set up. So we're going to iron this on. And this just takes a few seconds of holding it in one place to secure it onto your circle. And we've sewn these all together on this. Make sure this is pressed nice and flat. Doesn't that make a nice round circle with that ruler? All right, so now we're going to put these right sides together. And if your back has a pattern on it, like this Santa standing up, we probably want to leave him at the top. So we're going to mark that where the top is with a little pin. And we're going to leave an opening to turn it here. So we'll put 2 little pins right there so we know when to start and stop. And the hole doesn't have to be big. We just want to leave a little opening. So we'll sew all around here, 1/4 inch. And we'll go over to the sewing machine and do that. I want to make sure this is on here nice and tight. There we go. All right, so let's head over to that sewing machine. Okay, here we are sewing 1/4 inch around our circle. We've left the gap at the top so we can turn it. And we'll just go ahead and we're going to straight stitch this around. Make sure your edges stay together. This is a real really quick, fun decoration for your house to make these fun circles with all our leftover strips. With all the strips I have left over, I could probably make 100. I don't need 100, but I could. All right, so now you can see here, we'll trim this thread. You can see we've left an opening here between our pins, and now we're going to turn that and turn it right side out. So let's go back to the cutting table. Okay, so now we're going to turn this inside out. You do that by opening this hole and just kind of pushing it through. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little pen. You can use anything really. Actually, I may just use my finger. This is going very well. And you run it along that seam line so it makes a nice round ball. I have a couple places back down here. I should just press it out. I'm just gonna. Okay, so let's iron that. Iron it down. There we go, and our Santa's standing up on the right side, and we have this little opening right here, and we don't even need to worry about that because it wouldn't be an ornament without its little hanger. So we're going to make that hanger. We ironed some fusible webbing onto aluminum foil. It gives it a real strength, a real sturdiness. We've drawn our own little pattern on here, whatever you think an ornament topper looks like. And I'm going to fold this over and cut this, so I only have to do it once. Cut it out once. Let me grab some scissors. So we're just going to cut this out. We have it folded over, so we're cutting two at once. And for some reason, I just love these little pointy things down here. You can do it straight across. You can do it however you want. This is just a fun, quick idea. What to do with some extra scraps. And then we're going to cut up this other side. There we go. It's an easy way to cut a circle is, you know, you just kind of fold it in half. Otherwise, you have to poke the hole in it, and it can be dangerous. So we're just going to fold this in half, and we're just going to go and cut around it like this. Gives you a nice, easy circle. There we go. And then we have these two silver things. We're going to peel our paper off the back. On fabric, you can score it, but on this, you just have to be careful. So you see all your sticky stuff is on here, on the inside. And it really looks like a little tin topper. It's just so cute. Okay, so then we're going to put this. We're going to match these up, and we know if they match up on the top, they're going to match up on the bottom because they were cut exactly the same. And so we're going to iron these together. Make sure that this is at the top of our ornament and it's on just where we want it because it will stick. There we go. Flip it over and do the other side. Ouch. Now we're going to head to the sewing machine. I don't think this is necessary, but I went ahead and did it anyway. We just stitched along the edge around here. So we're going to go to the sewing machine and do that. And then our little ornament will be finished up. It's so cute. All right, believe it or not, sewing on tin foil with Pellon on it, it's pretty easy. It sews down very well, holds together, gives it some strength. And we just slide around it. And we get here down to the bottom. I like to leave my needle down so that I can just turn it whenever I get to these corners. And the cool thing is because you cut your foil pieces out of the same piece at the same time, you know they're identical. So as you sew along these, you know that you're sewing right along the ones on the back too. You don't even have to check that out because you matched them up. So one more turn. And there we go, a little back stitch. Here we are. How cute is this? Now you could use this, you could do a solid fabric. I love the striped look because it has the look of an ornament, but this would be cute so many different ways with so many different fabrics, and it just makes a darling little ornament. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.